in coding, there's a concept called variables, and it's just like the same as algebra. Like in algebra, you do x plus y equals 22, something like that. And in your code, you'll have variables. But what I want to emphasize in this video is the importance of naming your variables correctly. So in algebra, we have like x plus y, but you don't really want to name your variables in code x or y. You want to be more descriptive, of what it does. And I remember when I was talking to one of my colleagues, we did a study abroad together, and I was asking her for advice because she was an engineer and she was like she was the interviewer for new grads for her company, and she would talk to you about how some of the applicants wouldn't use descriptive variables in their algorithms, and that would be hard to follow as the interviewer, and gave me that advice. And she also mentioned that it's kind of obvious that you want to have your variable names to be descriptive, and that's what I learned as well when I was doing my coding bootcamp, is to have descriptive variable names, so you can be empathetic, so you can allow other people to understand what you're doing, so you can understand yourself for what you're doing. But the thing is, like, a lot of times now, like ChatGPT, the code it gives you, sometimes it won't give you descriptive variable names, so you have to adjust it, you have to prompt it properly, and if you don't know what you're doing with the code, it can prompt you variable names with like X, Y, single character, that can make it hard to follow. And this idea of variable names isn't just something you can apply to code, but in life as well, by the language you use, and how important it is to use the proper language. And you want to be able to talk to yourself positively, because I know that a lot of times I can be hard on myself when I have goals I want to do, when things takes longer than I thought, the things don't work out how I want it to work out, and in my mind I'll say things being tough on myself, but yet I should say more positive, more productive things in my mind, to have language when I talk to myself like, oh, I made a lot of progress, I'm on the right track, who else could have done what I've done? And by using this, it's more empowering in my life to achieve all the goals I have in my mind. So you want to know about like what language you talk to yourself, what language you use in your application, because it affects how people read it. It affects how it moves, it operates. It affects you, how you operate, your goals you have. So to summarize, you want to be descriptive in your variable names when you code, because they represent something, and then in your life you want to use positive language so it can empower you, so you can be more productive rather than be destructive and just work negatively as well. Thank you so much for watching. My name is David. I'm a freelance web developer, currently here based out of Las Vegas. If you need help building out a website, web app, SaaS app, learning how to code, feel free to message me and I can see how I can help. Thank you.